Hi guys, I'm at lunch right now, but I'm gonna be driving on my lunch and talking, and the only times that I'll be looking at the camera, at the phone, it's when I'm on a stoplight right now. So just basically I wanted to talk about I have a lot to talk about, like some stuff that are going on YouTube, which really are not as important as what I have been wanting to talk about. Something that has really touched my heart. It has touched my heart. I think any criminal case has touched my heart, but this one touched my heart a lot. It has to do with the soldier, Vanessa, guillen. I'm pretty sure everybody already heard in the news or somehow through social media about her case, how she was in the Army, Fort Hood, Texas, and she went missing from April, I believe, 22nd, and it's believed that she was sexually harassed, and it's believed that the military has something to do with her death. I think that there is something really big that's going to unveil. I think it's something big that's going to unveil inside the Army, but I think that it's not only inside just the Army. I feel that it's many other military, like Marines, Marine Corps, Air Force, because now with this case, I've been listening to a lot of stories of many of the victims, and how they were unheard, and how they were afraid, and how they had to deal with the depression, and not only that, but drugs, because they're traumatized, you know, from what they went inside there. So it's just really sad what they did to this girl, and she didn't deserve this, you know. You go out trying to serve your country for what? For what? You know, they treat you worse. They treat you worse than pigs. You know, like they treat you like you're just a piece of meat. It could be both man and woman. I've heard a lot of stories about harassments. Just look in YouTube, hashtag I am Vanessa guillen, and you'll see all the other ones that are not afraid to talk now, because this has become something big, something that they never wanted it to get big, or they never probably thought it was going to get big. But Fort Hood, Texas, that place is full of evilness. If you guys do your little research on YouTube, that place, that place has history of disappearances and stuff. I saw a soldier. This one was, I believe, I think he was Asian. He's a soldier in Fort Hood. He went out missing. They never found him. I'm talking about like maybe the 90s. If you just go look in YouTube, everything will come out, you know, in regards to that. There was another soldier that went out on a rampage and started shooting at the base and killed soldiers and stuff, like, and then he suicided himself. And I'm just saying, I wonder why he went nuts. they must have done something to him for him to go out like that on them, you know. And before Vanessa, there was Gregory Morales, and all these cases went on cold because they're afraid to talk. They're afraid to talk to the police. They're afraid because they're all motherfucking cover-ups. I'm sorry, excuse my language. You guys you guys will never ever hear me cuss unless I'm mad, you know. This could have been anybody's family. What happened to Vanessa Guillen? This could have been even me. I was telling my friend Katrina from YouTube, I was telling her that I graduated back in 1995, and I was telling her that I wanted to go to the Air Force, and I actually went to a recruiter. For those who live in California and know downtown Long Beach, there was some recruiters in that city, downtown Long Beach, and I went and I wanted to enlist, but I don't think I was that heavy, or I don't think I was, but I was a little more of the only reason they didn't enlist me was because of my weight. I wasn't like overweight like that, but I wasn't at the weight that I'm supposed to be, I guess, for them to recruit me. I don't know. So they gave me like a sheet, not a sheet. They gave me like a diet to follow. I still remember the diet. It was all like vegetables and stuff, just like a vegetable soup. And I think I did do it, but then I just sort of like just forgot about it. Just was like, oh, whatever, you know, like I wanted to go, but I didn't. It wasn't something that I've always like dream about doing, so maybe that's why I didn't pursue it, or I didn't like go back at it, you know. So I'm glad I didn't, because these harassments are not just now. I heard that these harassments have been going on for maybe longer than we like I even existed, you know. And it has to do with the power that people have, that they're in power and they feel like they could do whatever they want with people, and that's not right. I have my daughter tells me she wants to be a police officer. You know, every time she sees a police officer, she's saying hi to them. I tell them, don't do that, because they're going to think you're a weirdo. And they always wave back at her. You know, she's like, Mom, they always wave back at me. She wants to be a police officer. She's also told me she's thinking of maybe joining the military. I'll do whatever I can to convince my kids not to go. I know at the end they're going to have their own choices when they grow up, but I love them so much that I wouldn't want this to happen to them. And I hope that this case with Vanessa Guillen does not her death is not in vain. I don't know if I'm saying it the right way, but you know what I mean. That we the people unite, you know, men and women that have, I didn't experience or have anybody in the family that have experienced anything like that. But I'm with them. You know, like, there needs to be more people coming out in regards to this and unite and do something about it, because, you know, this mother, this family of Vanessa Guillen, they didn't just let it go by, you know. They did everything they could to bring it out to the media, and these MFs, you guys know what I mean, that's a bad word, these MFs probably thought they were going to get away with it. They were probably, oh, she's going to be a next forgotten, you know, Gregory Morales. Now, they need to investigate his case, too, you know, like, they need to investigate what happened to Gregory Morales. I'm pretty sure that he knew something, and they also did the same thing to him, and he also disappeared from that evil place, Fort Hood, Texas. All I gotta say that our military is a disgrace. No wonder why these soldiers come out with traumatized. No wonder why they're traumatized, you know, like, they come out depressed, they come out, you know, they come out with mental problems because they have fucked up with their heads. They with, you know, with all these harassments and they bully them. I hear stories how they get bullied, even if they say something about it. They say, if they say, you know, like, they were sexually harassed, they'll bully them. And it was not just from one, I heard. Maybe I heard from 3 videos I saw. They were bullied after that. Like, they're all fucking cover-ups. Honestly, I don't trust the government. Not all cops are, you know, are mean, or not all cops are corrupt. But, you know, because of one, they all are stereotyped, you know. Not all in the military. I'm talking about not the soldiers, but I'm talking about like the sergeants. Maybe not all of them are like that, but I feel like they were all covering up something, because they didn't give no information to the family. Until it got big in the media, then they worried, you know. I've been doing a lot of research and hearing stories from other YouTubers. They say there's a drug problem in there. There's something not good going around there that's corrupt. And, you know, I feel that our government is as corrupt and as terrorist as any other part of the world, because there is a lot of corruption. Look what happened to George Floyd. Look what's going on with these soldiers, and the only reason this got big is because, you know, their family didn't stop them. You know, they made sure this got out there, this got known. And thanks to them, all these soldiers that are, give me a second, my Bluetooth's about to die, let me turn it off. Well, now I don't know where I left out, but what I'm trying to say, that everything's gonna come out. Everything's gonna come out, you know, like everything they've been doing for years to these poor women and men. I believe there could be not just women but men harassed. Like, all this is gonna come out. I feel something is going to unveil, you know, and it's just not the army, you know. My boyfriend's friend, I actually have met her before, and so I didn't know this happened to her. I knew she was in the Marines because he had told me back then, where he used to live before we moved in together. I knew she was in the Marines, and because he had told me back then, but you know, I didn't know that she was raped. And, you know, she would do a lot of weed. You know, she would do a lot of weed. And then recently my boyfriend confided to me that his friend told him, that's his wife, his friend's wife, told him that she was raped when she was in the Marine Corps. So I'm saying it's not just the Army. It's not, you know, there's probably like the Air Force and all the other ones, you know, and that's not just the Army, you know. They need to do, they need to clean house. They need to do something about it, because it's not right what they did to Vanessa. And I don't know, like, I don't know how we can help. If there was some kind of organization that they could start. I believe that now they will not go to the inside people to report harassment, because they're all cover-ups. I believe that now they're gonna do something where it's gonna go outside, you know, outside of the military, and that's good. That's what they should have done since the beginning. I lighted up a candle for Vanessa and Gregory Morales, and I pray that they discover something bigger that has been going on in there, and that they clean house, because there's going to be a lot of mothers that are not going to let their kids enlist, you know. I mean, like I said, at the end, the adults are going to do whatever they want, but as a mother, I would do anything to tell them all the horrible stuff that go there, and show them the victims, how they talk about it. And I didn't mention this to nobody, but I did go over Vanessa Guillen's Twitter, and I was scrolling down on everything she would text and stuff, and there was one where like, I don't know if she retweeted this, but something that she retweeted that had to do with that most people that are in the military, and you know, once they get out, like, they suffer depression. And she was looking at that because she had it on her page, and this was way before, that was last year. So there must have been something that she probably heard about it, but you just sometimes never think this would happen to you, you know, like, you just never know things like this could ever happen to you. But let's reflect and see that just like it happened to her, could have happened to our loved ones. And this gotta stop. What they did is unacceptable, and they're gonna pay. They're gonna pay, because now these days, people are not, you know, people are not tolerating shit like that. Look what they did with George Floyd too. People are not tolerating. They're like, it's, to put it this way, there's more people than there's people in the higher ranks. You know, we are more people than those sergeants in the military and all. It's more of us. So that's all I have to say. I pray for the family. I'm gonna leave a clip of yesterday's live conference they had at the White House. I think it was at the White House or Washington, D.C. Because they want the Congress or something to get involved in this case. So all of the speeches touched me. But the one that touched me the most was the sister, the clip that I'm going to put, you know. And I feel so bad for the mom, for what she's going through. Like, all we could do is just feel bad, but there's nothing that would compare to what they feel. So with that being said, let's pray. Let's pray, because this world is going up to worse, and we're in the middle of a pandemic also. And that's another thing I want to say, like, really quick. Make sure you guys protect yourself, because you know the statistics are going up really high, and to the point where I think they're already going to start closing restaurants again and stuff like that. Just be careful. Take things serious, you know, like, protect yourself, protect your family. With that being said, love you guys, and let's keep fighting for all these people that have been harassed. Okay, let's get involved. Let's this not be in vain. I'll leave down below a link in regards to signing a petition. I don't know if I'm not sure if it was to find her, but they already found her. So I don't know. I'll still link it down below if you want to look at it. So thank you. I'm going to eat something really quick, and have a blessed day.
Closure. So I stand with the Guillen family in calling for congressional oversight to find out exactly what happened to her. The fact that over 60 days has gone by and still there's been no disclosure of the internal investigation of her sexual harassment charges is absolutely unacceptable. We need to know why she did not get the help that she needed when she needed it, and why this family is forced to grieve and mourn her loss here today. Congress needs to do its job. The Department of Defense needs to do its job to truly serve and provide justice to the men and women who voluntarily serve our country and put their lives on the line. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Congresswoman Gabbard. We're going to now bring Luca, her sister, Vanessa's sister, to speak. The human remains have yet not been confirmed, but I still don't lose hope. My mother's on bed right now with pills. Why? Because they lie to our faces every single day that passed. Every single day, which is 2 months, more than 2 months. My sister Vanessa Guillen was sexually harassed, yet nothing was done to it. For her lack of responsibility, safety, and respect, because they didn't respect my sister. They didn't keep my sister safe. They always try to cover up for each other. Why? My sister's a human too. She deserves respect. She deserves to be heard. Because if this can happen to my sister, it can happen to anyone else. My sister was also sexually harassed, and this led to this. They don't protect our service women and men. They're the ones putting their life at risk every day for the nation and for us. Just like my sister. How can this happen on military base? How can this happen while she was on duty? How can this just happen and then let it go under the rug like if it was nothing? They take sexual harassment, sexual assault as a joke. Just see the hashtag I am Vanessa Guillen. All those men and women in our service suffering from sexual harassment, suffering from sexual assault because they report it, yet they take it as a joke. My sister's no joke. My sister's a human being. And I want justice. And I want answers. Because my sister did not do this to herself. Someone did it. And they don't want someone. It's various people. And if this can happen to my sister, what makes you think it can happen to other service women and men? They don't care about us. My sister's a investigation to be done. Because Fort the Great Place, hasn't done anything at all. And this is the proof. They have lied to us. They don't work for anything. They lie to us every single time. My mother's in bed with pills. My mother does not deserve this. I don't deserve this. My family does not deserve this. Vanessa Guillen did not deserve this. And if those criminals are still out there, take my word that we will not rest, we will not stop, and we will keep fighting until you're behind bars. Because you're a disgrace to humanity. You're a disgrace. Mi madre, Gloria Guillen, está en cama con pastillas. Los restos humanos no han sido confirmados, pero no pierdo la esperanza en Dios. Mi hermana Vanessa Guillen fue acosada sexualmente en base mientras estaba trabajando. En 2 meses no conseguimos respuestas. 2 meses. 2 meses. No han mentido una y otra vez. Tomaron a mi hermana como si fuera un chiste. Mi hermana no es un chiste. Mi hermano es un ser humano como nosotros. Mi hermana Vanessa Guillen puso su vida por el país, puso su vida por nosotros, y mira cómo la trataron. Nomás miren el hashtag I am Vanessa Guillen a todas esas mujeres y hombres que han sido acusados sexualmente. Nomás miren ese hashtag. Pornhub no tiene responsabilidad, no tiene seguridad y no respetan a los demás. Y esos criminales que están allá afuera, que se están protegiendo uno al otro, se los juro que van a terminar tras las rejas. Se los juro.